Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the latest episode of Myst 5 End of Ages. Let's say hello to everyone in the chat. We have got Dark Fae, who has resubscribed once again. They're on a 10-month streak. Thank you very much, Dark Fae, for the resub. We've got Zephyronicus, good morning to you. Spiper, good day to you. Trank 0007. We've got Platinum Caterpillar, greetings to you. Dodo is in the chat as well. Star Shadow X2 representing our Canadian friends. We have got... Yeah, that's it. Oh, and we've got Blue Pinecone. Hello, hello. Is this going to be the final episode of Myst 7? Well, no, of Myst 5. Whoa, Myst 7. Okay, no. Is this going to be the final episode of Myst 5? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Depends how much you guys distract me. And I tell you what, there's one person in the YouTube chat who might be able to throw a spanner in the works. On the YouTube chat, we've got James Moores. And we have Aaron Guinair, legendary game developer Aaron Guinair, who has just announced today the release of Nia. 2nd of September, that's coming out, right, Aaron? So great to have you in the chat. For everyone in the Twitch chat and on the YouTube chat, feel free to ask Aaron any questions you have about his upcoming game release. I'm sure he'll be happy to answer all of them. But it's incredibly exciting, though. If you go back and watch my original Riven playthrough, which was 2 years ago now? 2 years ago, something like that. I think I said in around about episode 4 of my Riven playthrough, hey, there's this game that was posted on the r/Myst subreddit. Looks really interesting, called Nia. Has anyone seen it? I love the art style. I have been looking forward to that game for like literally 2 years. When people say in the comment section on Blueprints, oh, is Blueprints like a shoo-in for your game of the year? I don't know. We'll see, because I'm definitely looking forward to that one. And I played the demo earlier on the year, and I'm really excited for it because the demo was very strong. Great. Well, great to have you here in the chat, Aaron. Thanks for dropping by. Okie dokie. The other piece of business that I need to tell you guys about with this puzzle is I was talking a whole bunch of nonsense. I was talking about... Darkface says, oh, damn, I'm going to have a very busy September. Yeah, exactly. If you have plans in September, like, I don't know, starting term time, right? Like if you're in education still, like maybe you're at university and you're about to start your next term. I don't know. I actually have no idea how long Nia is supposed to take, to be honest. So I don't know. Who can say? Right, I was talking a whole load of nonsense at the end of last stream about how this could or couldn't be working. What I was sort of picturing in terms of how it worked, right, was I was sort of picturing this central pillar like this, and then the ground here with like a person like this, and then you've got like the controls over here. And I was thinking that you'd have some sort of spring here, right, on a platform, and the platform could be attached to a rack, right? And then maybe you have like a pinion wheel like this. That's a really bad pinion wheel. It's much easier to sketch this out by hand, right? And then that attaches to the controls. So basically what you do when you fiddle with the controls here, this wheel winds round and moves this up and down, okay? And because with a spring, the displacement of a spring is linear, right? It's like it's literally like a y equals kx function, right? It means that you'll get a constant compression for a given weight, but that's actually clearly not how this works at all. And actually, it's like even way simpler than that. And in fact, someone in the chat literally spelled it out, and it was absolutely correct. Is what it's actually more like is we've got the ground here like this, and we're standing here, and we've got the control box here, and this pillar is just on a giant type 1 lever, right? And all you're doing is you're changing the amount of force applied to the other side of the lever, which you could in fact do by putting a spring here on this side, right? And compressing and decompressing the spring by having this on some kind of rack with a pinion gear here, and then attach this to this. So what you do is you effectively push this spring up and down, which is going to make that go up and down, and then when you put your weight on it, it's gonna balance it out. And then to avoid it oscillating, right, if I just clean that up a little bit, because if you jump on this, it's gonna seesaw, right, as until it sort of comes to equilibrium. So then all you have to do is you just have to put a weight inside some water to just kind of dampen the oscillation, and just sort of put a shock absorber in it. So yes, like, and this was sort of, actually, there were one or two people in the chat that were literally trying to spell that out, and it's like, yeah. So this whole thing about like, I don't understand how this works, it was actually a lot more simple than I was giving it credit for. So ignore me. Don't let me try and do physics live on stream ever again. Okay. Zephyronicus suggests, if we finish today, I could knock out Myst and be ready for Nia. I will consider it, but I'm certainly not going to try and engineer the timetable to work. I think probably more likely I'll do Nia on record, because that's a game I definitely want to avoid spoilers on and things. So I'll probably do Nia on record. And with regards to what we stream next, well, that is maybe a discussion for later. Yeah, James says, to avoid it oscillating, bathe the whole system in a giant pool of honey. Engineer. Luckily, the game/TV show aren't going away, so no rush. Don't look at anything spoilery. Yeah, okay, so Darkface got a holiday birthday party to go to that involves travelling half the country. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy month. It's gonna be a busy month. Okay. Let's go make a start. Right. Now with all that preamble out the way, we've only been live for like 10 minutes. It's fine. Whoa! What happened there? That was weird. I kind of fell off the stairs. That physics feel. Yeah, I mean, like, the it's been a long time since I've done any real physics. So, and also, some of the physics I learned is literally out of date. We discussed this on the playthrough. What was that particle physics one I played through? Ooh. Is it as simple as just opening a door? Well, okay. What's the particle physics one I played through fairly recently? It was called Exographer. That was it. That was a neat game, right? A game so steeped in physics, like it almost counts as an educational game. Oh, hello. Wow, it made me jump there.
Here, marched. The harvest of the gems, freed from the conquered lucky, painted with their bloods. What triumph! What grand sport! What displays of strength! Isha finds such strength brutal, even as she seeks it herself. Ah! To have such fellowship with my people again.
Oh, wow. He literally just zipped in to monologue about how much he missed the good old days and then left. That reminds me of my grandfather. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done any real physics, right? To the point where when we were playing Exographer, like when I studied physics, the Higgs boson was still theoretical. It hadn't actually been discovered yet. And now, of course, it's old hat. It got discovered like 15 years ago. Like, they've confirmed its existence and everything. And it's like, that's probably now taught at undergraduate level. It's kind of wild, right? Huh. Okay, well we have... Right, so what we should do is not touch any of those, but we can go out those... Wait, how do we teleport? Hang on a minute. If that's now gone back up there, we can't go down there. And we don't have a Relto book in this game. We can only use... Unless we can get down using... Yes, we can get down using that hole. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So, which way do we want to go? Let's have a... no, I don't think there's going to be anything over there right now. Star Shadow is still hoping for Lorelei. I think Lorelei is more and more likely on the list. One thing that I've been strongly contemplating for stream is Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew could make a pretty chill stream. I need to like double check sort of roughly how long Nancy Drew is to play through. Wait a minute. Huh, okay. But Lorelei is also certainly a possibility for stream. Partly because Lorelei is a little bit scary, and I might need you guys to help me be brave. But on the other hand, if it's too scary, I'd have to deal with the cringe of being too scared to play a game that I'm in the middle of playing publicly. Whereas if I play it on my own, and I decide it's too scary, I just decide not to upload it, and then no one knows. So there we go. Trank would push for Journeyman Project before Nancy Drew, personally. Oh! Oh yes, of course you're coming in here. Come on. What? Oh, right. Oh, we can move it up and down. Right. Yes. Oh, okay. Right. We're gonna need that tablet back then. Is that how that works? Right, so we lock that into place. Oh. Yeah, okay. We're gonna need a baro to stand on that. Although actually, do you know what? I do have a vague recollection that Journeyman might be a bit of a non-starter for a stream, because I have a feeling that it can't be played in windowed mode. I have a vague recollection that I have tried installing and running Journeyman before and found that I couldn't run it in window mode. I could only run it full screen, which means that I wouldn't be able to stream it. Because I stream and play on a single computer. I don't have a stream setup where I don't have a 2 PC setup where I'm streaming something which is different from what is on the main computer. Like, 'cause some people do. Some people have a 2 PC setup where they have on one PC the game that they're playing. This is usually when they're playing like high-end games that require like your full GPU. But like they will, and then essentially they just run a capture card from their real PC into a smaller PC, which is just their streaming PC, and all it does is it takes the picture from the capture card and puts it into OBS, and so it's very, very kind of lightweight on that side. Do I just put it down, or do I need to draw our friend the snake on here? Right, because that's the only way we've known so far to get the baro to stand where you want them to stand, right? So there's a nice big snake for us. And I think... Nope, wrong one. I think the tablet... Yeah, there we go. We're going to put it there. Right, up! Yeah! Let's go! No! Where are you going? I said blueprints felt scary, so pretty much anything is scary. That is true. Dodo would push for longest journey instead. Jay Strand says Journeyman is so cool. What are we going to do about that then? So snake, not the answer. If we just make it... Okay, scrub that off. Huh? That teleports it over to there. I want the wavy lines. Why is that doing that? I need to double check which one the longest journey is. Okay. Are you going to do the thing I want you to do with that? No. Boo. Have I played Schism? No, but Schism is on the list. Schism is certainly on the list. Yeah, the longest journey. No, do you know what? I do think I remember which one the longest journey is, and that's not the one I was thinking of playing. There's another one which is called something like Project Runaway or something, which looks kind of similar. So maybe we're expected to open up... Maybe we're expected to open up the door first. Is there a clue in here as to what the code would be? Ah! Yeah, probably that then, right? That could be the code. Could be the code. Bear in mind it's upside down, so it's going to be the opposite way. Okay. Yeah, Journeyman will certainly get to, because I literally have it. Like, I literally have it already. Sometimes, and I'm trying to do this less and less, because despite the fact that I play more games now than I ever have, I still end up with a back catalogue of games that I haven't got round to starting yet. And that is... Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that. I now have a rule, which is I do not buy games that are on sale, right? Like, ever. I buy games on the day I'm going to start playing them, right? And if I'm feeling incredibly organized, I try and buy games like the week before or something like that. But yeah, so I try and avoid buying games in the sales, like, actively. But I still have, like, Talos Principle 2 didn't start yet, and I have bought a copy of Journeyman. I just haven't got around to playing it yet. I also, and I should really get a lot more organised with that. Is I bought a copy of Alida. Right, which you can't buy on Steam, right? I got a CD copy of it off eBay, because it's one of the games that Aaron cited as one of his inspirations for Nier, and I thought to myself, algorithm, get in on that algorithm, right? Because that I can post a video being like, is this the game that inspired Nier? And I could post that like a week before Nier's actual release date and get the algorithm primed. But literally, I'm just too disorganized to do anything like that. Okay. Yeah, Journeyman 3 is the one I was... Journeyman 3 is the one that I've bought, not the first two. It's by the same studio as Myst 3, I think. Presto Studios. James says, dunno, that code looks a bit obvious to me. Well, we'll see. And let's do square, and then we'll do triangle, and then we'll do hexagon, and then we will do... What would you call this one? Would you call it a diamond, or would you call it a rhombus? But it does open. It does open. I mean, Escher did say that it could be unlocked from the other side, right? So, that's good. Huh. I mean, giant gemstones, right? 40. You'd call it a 45 square. I guess so. James also says he'd call it a square too. Really, just a square that's on its point. We're talking about Journeyman Project. Love that series. Used to play it with my mum when I was a kid. Says Agonimo1. That does seem to be a very common trend amongst people our age, right? Is like remembering a lot of the retro games we play are games that we played with our parents when we were young. And it's kind of unusual. Like, looking back on it, it's truly shocking to me how much... Oh, are these gems coming out of giant dragons or something, are they? Are these like oyster pearls, these gems? Truly shocking how many of the video games I played when I was younger were actually just ridiculously educational, and my parents just tricked me into learning by playing them. Civilization 2 being essentially just a history textbook in all but name. Like, if you get your kids playing like, I had Civilization, I had Theme Park, right, which was like, you know, that's like my first business sim. Like, I thought I was designing roller coasters. No, turns out I was learning about profit and loss the whole time. Incidentally, despite the fact that the original theme park was rated for like, oh yeah, no, this is suitable for everyone. This is suitable for kids, no problem. If your park runs out of business, the main character, like you in the game, like there's a cutscene where like you totally just like unalive yourself in a cutscene, and it's like, yeah, okay, the people reviewing that clearly didn't get to that part of the game. Like, I think it jumps out of a window or something in the original theme park. Okay, so we have got ourselves a color code. Doom is essentially religious studies. Doom is kind of interesting, you know. I do like how the latest sequels. I mean, I've not played any of the latest Doom games, but I am sort of aware of them. I'm sort of aware that they've leaned very heavily into this idea that like the Doom guy is known in the realm of the demons and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, you gotta harvest your souls or the Doom guy will get you. I'm looking at these paintings again because I'm wondering if there is anything about this red, green, blue code in them. But it kind of doesn't look like it, which makes me think that the code is going to be used later. That maybe we need to get through. Yeah, so it's this way and that way. Rating agencies are only looking at screenshots and memes by the feeling. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is also... We're also talking like the 90s here as well, right? It's like basically you got your game banned or it was fine because video games were basically a toy that children played with. So unless you were doing something like for shock value, like Doom, you were basically fine, and you just. I don't think the BBFC terribly got very much involved back in those days. Is the window jumping a reference to the Great Depression? I mean, could be. I don't know. PWJB says, I may be one of the handful of people who actually enjoyed Dreamfall, despite its obvious mechanical flaws. Again, setting and vibes trumped that for me. And I know I really enjoyed chapters, but I don't really remember a lot about the story. At that point, I was just happy I got a conclusion. Yeah. James says, the 90s age rating was fine as long as you didn't depict ninjas in the UK. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how some of that stuff worked, right? It's like kind of like the 1980s and the Satanic Panic, right? Oh, okay, we can't fiddle with that whilst we're holding the slate. I mean, I suppose if we literally just put the slate down, like it's not going to be literally just putting the slate down, surely. Okay, right. Well, you didn't even touch the pressure plate, so that's kind of awkward. In the Beach Age, we got a Barrow to stand still by drawing the snake. I don't understand why that doesn't work here. Did we learn a symbol that prevents them teleporting away? Do we have a symbol somewhere that actually prevents them from teleporting? Wait, I thought that kind of was the snake. Go. Do a big yeet ourselves off the thing. And we have Everett Topanga in the chat. Greetings. How is Lakian going? Well, we're a little bit stuck. Just a touch stuck. So doing a sandstorm here isn't going to do anything. Like the snake. The snake. If we pop you down, right, that's already in the correct spot. Yes, he's going to do his yell. Oh, he's not actually moving us up now this time. Not actually being moved up at all. PWJDB says, I legit can't remember how to solve this. Lakian completely went out of my head for some reason. Oh, well, hang on a second. What? For some reason... Wait. For some reason, standing on this isn't activating the lift right now. Why isn't the lift being activated here? Was this not all the way up? Was that the problem? In which case... Aha! Right, yes, okay, fine. So, let's pop the tablet down. Okay, so... Snakes coming. Ah, shoot, that's gone down on the ground. Come on. Put that all the way up. Right, so I don't think it was up to the top before. Okay. So this time he took the tablet, but it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same thing that I had drawn on it. I didn't touch the drawing at all. Right? The first time he got scared and zipped away, and this time he didn't register what was on the tablet at all. He just took it. Dr. Spires says, this puzzle is the bane of my existence. Good luck. Evertopanga says, I wonder why in both UK and US English lift and elevator only reference the upward feature. Yeah, I mean, Descendinator just doesn't really have the same vibe. I mean, you could say the same thing about escalator as well, right? Because it certainly isn't a... Wait, what's the difference of escalating something? I'm actually drawing a blank on what the antonym is there. De-escalator. Yeah, it's a de-escalator. De-escalate. Yeah, imagine getting the one borrow that doesn't hate snakes. Imagine getting the one borrow that doesn't hate snakes. Okay. Downalator. Nice. Nice. So I am, you may all have noticed that I am in fact English. Hard to believe, I know. However, I do tend, when I'm streaming and recording, I do tend to use the more internationally favoured elevator when I'm explaining what I'm doing or where I'm going or the door to the thing that I'm closing. And that's because I kind of have this perception that lift is not a very widely used term outside of the UK. So if I said on an episode, I'm heading back to the lift, like, especially because lift is quite a short word and it is kind of easy for, it's sort of easy to miss as a word. I don't know, but maybe that's just me overthinking it, and you guys would be perfectly happy for me to use the word lift. But I have tended to make a conscious decision to use the word elevator because I feel that that's more easily understood by an international audience. Descendinator sounds like a cartoon doohickey. A pathway between zones in the Crystal Maze to the Aztec Zone. Follow me. The Crystal Maze is absolutely goated TV. Was it Richard O'Brien presenting that? Amazing host. Loved it. Agamnin01 says, lies. You're just faking the accent to sound smarter. Interestingly enough, I mean, yeah, well, no, my parents gave me this accent. Like, it's certainly not the area I grew up in that gave me this accent. It was definitely my parents. Over where Dark Fae is, they are used interchangeably. Oh yes, lift is the Uber alternative in the UK. That is absolutely correct, Trank. Quite right. Yeah, we have Uber and we have Lyft. They are both. They are both. I don't want to call them taxi companies. That kind of gives them a bit of a delusion of grandeur. They are apps where you arrange people from the internet to pick you up and drop you off to places. They're certainly not taxi companies because, like, the people that drive for them aren't their employees. Controversially. Dr. Spire also uses the word elevator. Ride-sharing apps. Oh, yes. Richard Ayoade. He did start presenting a reboot of the Crystal Maze. I don't know. I've not watched it because it's one of those things that, like, does it need a reboot or can it just be like a product of its time? But I don't know. Well, you tell me. How is Richard Ayoade? Like, my perception would be that, well, this kind of gonna sound a little bit weird because Richard Ayoade is a bit like, well, I don't want to say that he's odd. Like, he has a very dry sense of humor about him. But Richard O'Brien brought the strange with him. Like, Richard O'Brien was a strange individual, and yeah, I think it's kind of, yeah, part of the vibe. I mean, there aren't that many symbols that I can draw on this, right? Richard Ayoade plays Richard Ayoade in everything he's in. I mean, I think he has certain affectations that are cultivated as part of a media persona. I mean, you are right that when he's interviewed and so on, he has a particular demeanour about him, which is very similar to the characters he plays, and I think that's intentional. I have no idea what he's like, you know, personally, like if you knew him in real life, of course. If you get a Barrow to teleport onto that thing, does it, I don't know, does it come down and pick you up? Lift sounds quite British, up there with petrol and flat. But maybe I should use lift more then. Well, to answer your question, Trank, yeah, you could see that becoming confusing. Hang on, I'm getting in the lift versus lift would mean very different things. So I don't know. So in the UK, in the US, if someone's coming to your house to pick you up, you'd call that getting a ride with someone, right? Like, oh, I'm getting a ride with this person. In the UK, we'd say you're getting a lift with someone. So yeah, they have literally just taken a word that people already use. It's kind of a bit of an intellectual property nightmare, having thought about it, right? Because they've taken a word that people already use in the UK, which is like, oh yeah, can I share a lift, right? And then they've replaced the I with a Y and like named their company that, which is like it's certainly a strategy, I suppose. But it's like, I don't know. It's a little bit odd because if someone said, "Oh, can I get a lift with you?" I would 100% assume they are expecting me to drive them, not book a car on an app, right? Obviously context sensitive, but yeah. So, don't know. Why is it red is a question that I kind of have. Like, the other way round that we could do this is we can put the tablet on here and we stand on the plate. But all that does is it just moves a Barrow slightly further upwards before it teleports away. Ah, Star Shadow. That's not an appropriate joke, I don't think. In fact, just to be on the safe side. Actually, would you mind deleting that from the chat briefly? We can discuss that off stream if you like, Star Shadow. But yeah, no, it's don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just the invisible line. You know what I mean? Darkface says, I do believe you have all the information you need for this puzzle, just not in the front of your mind. Oh, man. I mean, we do have these other symbols, which we've never tried putting into the tablet, to be fair. Like, we could try and do something like this, but is this actually going to do anything? Okay, what do we do if you do that? He's going to look at it. Interesting, he's not taking it this time. Okay, let's try putting it down here. Whoops, sorry. That's on me. Okay. Do you now? No. And he's literally taken it. He's literally just taken it. But when it was on the floor... Oh, man. Why... When it's on the plate, the Barrow is like that fast with just taking the tablet away, right? But he'll stand around going, "Oh, I don't know what that is." Like if you just leave it on the floor. Clearly, there's like a symbol which is the solution to this puzzle. Which is it a symbol that we learned from another age? Because we literally only have these 4 plus the wavy lines, and I guess we've got the snake, and we have this one, Like, does that even do anything in this age? Like, we've sort of tried using this symbol in another age previously, and it doesn't do anything. Like, the snake seems to be a universal symbol. Nah, he's scratching his head and he doesn't know what it is. Thanks very much for coming by, Trank. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I need to use the Barrow symbol either for loiter, direct traffic, or deliver keynote address. Or, if there's a Barrow symbol for please complete these roadworks as swiftly as you can. That's a good one. Okay. Okay, the hint we've received is that we have all of the information we need to solve the puzzle. When in doubt, go back to what Escher said. Right? No, do not restore my save file. Do not restore my save file from the start of the game. That is a terrible idea. Nope, not that one. Here we go. Here we watched the harvest of the gems, freed from the conquered Loki and pointed with their bloods. Painted with their bloods. What triumph, what grand sport, what displays of strength. Yesha finds such strength brutal, even as she seeks it herself, to have the fellowship with my people again. This was a place of great strength and triumph. I wonder if you possess such courage. The door to the trade house is locked, but the jeweler door on the other side, that can be unlocked. Well, we've done that. So for once, Escher's advice is not helpful. James says, if there's a symbol for please complete these roadworks as quickly as you can, I need to start putting that up near my house. Oh, wait, what's that? What's that? Ah, no, it's just a pile of sand. Oh, I thought that was a page from a notebook. That's where I've got to with this. I've been baited by a pile of sand. Escher was distracted talking about sports and forgot to give us any actual advice. Yeah, man. It's like, I tell you what, talking to sports fans, universal, universal experience, right? So we can close those again. Is there any reason we'd want to do that? Like, you could open one and close one. Is there any possibility that there's something on the inside of one of the doors that is not apparent from the outside? Presumably they'd release beasts out of these gates. I'd have thought these gates are the people-sized gates. and that these gates are the animal-sized gates. I would assume. These look like people tunnels to me. Doesn't look like anything to me. See, this is where the paranoia seeps in. And it's kind of like, is there a symbol on the beach age that we didn't get that we need? Or is there a symbol on the beach age that we learned but I've forgotten about because it was like 4 weeks ago and we've not been there in ages? Or is it just something where I'm just like not getting it correct for like no good reason? And in fact, maybe there's a pillar up there that I'm supposed to be able to see. Like maybe it's literally, maybe there's a pillar up there and I'm only supposed to go up as high as, can I see the pillar so that I can draw the relevant symbol on this? And then we'll sort of go from there. I don't know. Right, so that's at the top. Is there a pillar anywhere here? I didn't see one. Oh, well, you didn't actually take the tablet that time. Well, if we put it halfway up, it doesn't do anything. Oh no, we can't. Wait. Okay, that is at the top this time. Well, they're now not taking the pillar. Or rather, they're now not taking the tablet. So they are at least behaving somewhat consistently now with how we have seen them before. Like, are we supposed to see something on the way up? I mean, there are only 4. Oh, of course, that doesn't actually. This needs like resetting. He's resetting every time. Yeah, I just don't think there's a pillar there. Dodo says it has nothing to do with Nola, Ben. Do I want a hint as to where to look? Yes. Go on. Give us a hint, because we've obviously been at this for a while. Ah, shoot, it's already like 9:10. We've been at this for like an hour. The writing mechanic is a bit dodgy. It makes it difficult to discern progress from randomness, unless you get a lucky hit from a random scribble. Dodo says Yeesha's notes. Yeesha's notes.
Power is a gift. Power is a curse. I learned of the fearsome power I wield on that day. The day of Callum's death. In a fit of rage, I destroyed the murderer and I destroyed my innocence. And again, I learned that most things cannot be returned.
Oh, do we actually need the whole
And my power
page?
continued to grow even as I began
The powerful
to see
borrows
the
simply
prophecies
wait
that grow
and
might speak of
serve.
me.
Is that...
These pages. These pages. I am finding where
Wait,
I
because
am.
I don't have the
understanding where I
context for
was.
any of the other ones either.
Everything I was is... Pride is a thief. Pride stole the soul of the Denis people. Pride stole my own brothers.
Well,
I know what to do. I see it so clear.
I mean, the symbol that says the borrow, wait, and serve kind of looks like this, right? And then you draw the snake in next to it. Star Shadow says, so today was not the day to finish the game. Oh, oh man! What? I thought that was definitely going to take us all the way up. We definitely got a lot higher that time. Why did we get so much higher that time? No, he's taking the tablet now. Okay, okay. We gotta go and get our tablet back. Right. I think from Yisha's notes we have like 3 symbols out of 4. I'm assuming there are 4 because there are 4 tablets. But the notes I've made, right, are this one here. This one and this one. I already tried drawing this one, and it didn't really do anything. Wasn't the brothers' issue greed, not pride? Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm gonna test them here. So we've got one which looks like this, and then you've got someone next to it like that. So this is kind of like the be my friend symbol, maybe. It's 2 guys. Oh no, he's scratching his head. He's like, what is this? I don't know what you've drawn here. Fine. Maybe try the symbols outside here. Yes, agreed. So then we've got one like this. The one that's actually drawn in our notes on a round tablet. Kind of looks like that. Okay, now. The borrow, they always come round the wrong side of you. He's sort of scratching his head again. And the last symbol I've got is this one. Which is like... And then when we draw the snake in, boop, pop that down. Oh. You guys not coming at all this time? Wait a minute. The Barrow is invisible? Why can't I go and get it? The supreme confidence regarding artistic skill on full display. I have triggered what speedrunners call the invisible Barrow glitch. Awesome. Oh dear. Okay. Do we warp away and then come back? Will it reset itself if we leave the age and then come back? Oh god, it hasn't. It's still here. Okay. And if we just leave entirely. Maybe we just leave entirely. Okay. So, we're back at the resting age. Maybe the Barrow don't ever warp, says James. They just turn invisible and run really fast. Batman style. It's like you throw the smoke bomb and then you hide behind the dumpster. Not gonna lie, the fact... Wait, what? Am I... Put the tablet down? Yes? No? This might actually turn into a bit of a problem. Not gonna lie. It's broke. Time to start again, says Darkfey. Are you talking legit here? There are strange things happening on this Thursday evening. So, someone explain to me, what's the invisible Barrow glitch? And how do speedrunners make that happen? Like, we literally have Jaffrus in the chat, the famous Myst speedrunner, right here. So, we have failed the quest, says Spiper. So yeah, so what's the invisible Barrow glitch, and how did we trigger that? Because, you know, I'm all about the speedrun strats, right? Let's go to the rest age, quit the game, and just try and restart it. So, if I unlock the mouse, quit, go back to Steam, hit play. Yeah, we are very much in like Yeesha territory of we did our best, but we failed, and now we're going to have to wait for a new person to come along who can help us get the tablet once again. I tell you what though, maybe we will do that person a favour by giving them clearer instruction. So, when a Barrow links in, there's a sphere that blocks the player, which only disappears when the Barrow links out. But the Barrow can get stuck in place, which means you can never get into the sphere nor retrieve the tablet. It's a soft lock. Okay. So why would speedrunners want to do that? Or is it the invisible Barrow glitch Speedrunners call it that because they need to avoid that accidentally happening because it glitches their game out. Yeah, locking out the tablet doesn't sound very speedrunny to me, but I'm not a speedrunner. What do I know? Hey, we got the tablet back. Yay. Right, it's a run killer. Okay. So it's not a strat, it's a... What's the antonym of strat? It's a D strat. Emotional support tablet saved. Man. Do we try again? I mean, I'm gonna... Wait, I put it over here accidentally. Oops. Oh, he's doing something different. What? He looked really angry about it. James says, does that count as technically an ending? Does that count as like... No, I'm not sure it does. I think credits have to roll for it to be considered our canon ending. Not gonna lie, a Barrow plushie would go... Oh. Well, okay. I guess that answers that. That one worked, but the question is, did he stay long enough? Yeah, I guess so. We can try it. We'll try it. I mean, he stood there and shook his head and then disappeared. I think I'm going to have like a really, really beige take. Usually, I refrain from expressing my opinion until we actually like complete the games. But I think we've played enough of the game that I could probably say, and I imagine this is going to be a pretty beige take, like a pretty common opinion to have. The Barrow control mechanic, not really my favourite, to be honest. Not my fave. Which is kind of awkward, because it is like the second main mechanic of the game after writing on the tablet. Like, I would regard writing on the tablet to teleport you to places and writing on the tablet to control the Barrow as sort of like two different mechanics, but to be honest, they are obviously, there is like a significant overlap between them. How do I test whether I drew it correctly? Can I put you down here? Oh, you don't have the drawing on you anymore. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, that symbol's good. Right? And we can see it's still drawn. Jay Strahan, on regards to the ending, says it's the chill on the beach and have mojitos forever ending. No, that was too quick. That was just a Barrow linking in and taking the tablet. That wasn't doing anything with the tablet. The Jimmy Buffett ending. I actually don't. I don't know that reference. Now, I was told to go and check out the sun because there's actually a moon, which is solar eclipsing us every 20 minutes, rather than it being sunrise and sunset, which I had not appreciated at all. The Barrows strongly remind me of Vortigaunt's. Yeah, Vortigaunt's obviously came first. Early 2000s pattern recognition, not the best. Dodo says, be happy that I'm playing it with patches. Maybe Eric Anderson was envious of Half-Life setting the precedent for gaming, so he made legally distinct Vortigaunts. It's like they are legally distinct aliens. Well, Vortigaunts have 3 arms, which I always thought was like super unique in the Half-Life alien design, right? They got like a 3rd arm which comes out the middle of them. I mean, maybe it's one of the other symbols, like, but so we got this one here. Down we go. Yes. 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 No. Okay, fine. Not that one then, I guess. Man. This one we've really struggled to get the Barrow to recognise at all. That looks like he's looking at it and shaking his head, to be honest. Oh, hang on a second. What the heck? Dr. Spice says, I struggle with the symbols on this one so much that I end up accidentally skipping it more often than solving it. If you do it more as a pointy angle versus the curve, it works well too. Okay. The barometer is very picky, says Jaffrus. James Moore says the only way to appreciate the solar eclipse is to watch as the moon leaves you blind. Boom. Another fade to black secret ending. For legal reasons, I must state that I do not recommend you looking at a solar eclipse without the proper protective equipment. Let's try that. He's probably going to look at that with confusion, to be honest. Okay, we've got coloured buttons up there. I didn't see what's up that path though. Right? So let's draw that one again. Because of course they rub it off every time they look at it. Okay. Right, it's this one here. Wait, what was it? Oh, what? There's 2 red ones? So we're pretty sure that there are 4 symbols, right? Simply because we've found 4 tablets, but we've only found 3 of them. Yeah, we found this one, right, which is an L with a snake. We've found an L person with another person. And we found a circle with another person, but this person's kind of like slightly curved. So maybe we could do like a circle with a snake as another symbol. Right? If there's some kind of pattern to these symbols. Maybe something like that is a legitimate symbol that we just haven't previously seen yet. Like, the Barrow is definitely taking a long time thinking about that one. So maybe that is a legitimate symbol. Can I suggest placing the tablet while facing the elevator? We could suggest that. So if I went for this symbol again. But the Barrow... Oh, the Barrow is just going to link in through the door. Oh no, but now the Barrow's not actually on the... He's not actually on the pressure plate. Oh no, he's not on the pressure plate, and he's... Ah, no. I went and accidentally activated it. They're in the wall! They're coming out of the walls! Ah, yes, of course, of course. We could guarantee that they're on the plate by using node-based movement. That's very sensible, Jaffrus. Yeah. What? It's certainly the buggiest Myst game we've ever played, right? Okay. Jay Strand says, seeing this puzzle again has reinvigorated my love for Myst 5. They've put us into the floor. Okay, so let's get some node-based movement going on here. we'll go 1, 2. Like that. Put you down. No, 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 no. Ah. Now we can't get back because we're standing there. Okay, good. Right. So, oh, it's still the thing that we drew. But if we put that down again, I think he's just literally going to run off with our tablet. I don't think they do the same thing. I don't think they do the same thing twice. Let's try. That might not work. Okay. Up to the top there. Okay. We got to the top, but we're stuck. We didn't get an option to move off from the node, but that worked. So we need to get off node-based movement, right? Whoop, whoop. We need to get off node-based movement once we're on the elevator, I guess. Right, here we go. Now we can. Now is the Barrow gonna? It got all the way to the top last time. Yes! Man. I'm assuming we can't fall down there. Tilaxuixian just subscribed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the subscription. He says, I'm finally online at the right time for one of these streams. This calls for celebration. Jeffra says, first try. Do you know what? It'd be really funny. It'd be really funny to do a sort of supercut of this episode where I'll cut it so that when we get to that corridor, there'll be like an imperceptible cut, right? And then we'll cut to me getting the solution first time, and then we'll cut this bit out, and then it'll just be my reaction going like, yeah, that was a pretty lucky guess, right? Cool. Okay, so what next then? Well, we have a path that we know that we can take, right? The path. Oh, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Laxuixian. That's most appreciated. It's ShredTune gets the benefit of the gifted sub. So the code that we got was red, green, blue, right? So we need to go along a correct path. I'm not trusting the guardrail there at all. Right, so here's the other red. So red, green, blue. Beep. Do we need Tablet San with us? But to get emotional support tablet back over here, we would need a teleport point that we can get to without having to use this elevator again. Because we can't take the tablet with us up the elevator. So there would need to be... I mean, unless we're literally just supposed to press the buttons. Like, it could just be a put the fries in the bag, bro, kind of moment. Hey, PWJB just resubscribed for 2 months. That is awesome. Thank you. And we're on a hype train. Level 1 hype train. 4 minutes, 40 seconds on the hype train. So, let's get some... Oh, it brings the lift up. But wait, that's no good. It's no good to bring the lift up unless we can activate it from below. Right? Okay. We can press the buttons. So let's do red, red, green, and blue. Excellent. And it opens the secret tunnel. And we have a new symbol. Perfect. Perfect. Binomial branching tree. One of my most favourite pieces of mathematical finance I ever studied, partly because it was the only part of it that I really understood. PWJB says, got one of them fancy tokens in my invisible pocket. Was that a guess? Was that a guess? No, that wasn't a guess. Sorry. It wasn't a guess. We got this code out of the jewel house. Yeah. Okay, where are we going next? We've got a thing up there. Thank goodness you thought I'd distracted myself out of a solution. Oh, hello, Escher.
Once again, you impress me with your ability.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
The way has not been easy.
You're very kind.
You've come here via the way of the Krish, the warriors, the natives who traveled here to subdue the beasts for us. And what has become of them? Back to their barbaric ways? What a waste. Yet more destruction at the hands of the outsiders who have never understood what the Khni is. And now they can rebuild it?
Wow. Escher has a lot of unresolved anger issues. For sure. Okay, before we go wandering off anywhere, we should absolutely go and grab the tablet and grab this symbol and get that shortcut. So, what do we need to do? We need to go tablet, and it's DD. Got it. Beep, beep, beep. Bulletproof drawing. Spiper says his civilization did collapse, to be fair. Like, no excuses. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we should cut him some slack. Seems to be a common theme with the leftover Danae. Yeah, they are. Well, I don't know. I mean, by all accounts, the Denis that Atris managed to find for Relation seemed pretty okay. In Atris's diaries, he was all talking about like, oh yeah, we found builders and we found architects and we found, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, they are. I mean, yeah. A lot of them don't seem to have been terribly nice, or at least the two or three aside from I mean, Atris is also only a quarter Denis as well, and he never grew up in that civilization. But like the two people we've met that were actually from Denis don't really seem to be that nice. Tiana is quite nice, although she's not Denis. She's human, so that doesn't count any. No, wait, hang on. Is Tiana human? Tiana is Gen's mother. Yes. Tiana's human, so she doesn't even count. She's not even Denis. So yeah, we've only ever met. Okay, so Gen is half Denis, and we've met Escher. So like we're kind of 0 for 2 on Denis that we've met that seemed all right. Given Atris's history, I'm not sure I'd trust him to judge someone's character. Yes, very true. Atris is a terrible judge of character. So, yeah. Her husband seemed alright. Tiana's husband. Yeah, he was probably okay, I suppose. I mean, he married Tiana, right? So, yeah. Anywho. This is going to wrap us up for today's stream. We are out of time for today. But, next time, final episode of Myst 5? ? Did you guys distract me, or did we get just stuck on? Oh, it was definitely a puzzle. It was definitely a puzzle for the ages, right? I'm not 100% sure I fully understand like what we even did to solve it, to be honest. We were just kind of putting symbols in until one of them stuck eventually. So that's going to wrap us up for today's episode. If you're watching on YouTube in the future, thank you very much for watching. Consider liking, consider subscribing, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now, YouTube. Okay, so that's for YouTube in the future. For YouTube who are here today, thank you all very much for coming along live. James Moores, Jay Strahan, it's been great having you in the chat. And of course, Aaron Gwynnair, if he's still there, lurking. Great to have you drop by. Really looking forward to your game coming out on the 2nd of September. I have got it in my calendar. I may even think about booking that day off work. I don't know. Depends what time of day it drops. Thank you very much, YouTube. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye, YouTube.